Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Look at Joe Danger 2, aka Joe Danger the Movie. This is a new / upcoming Xbox Live Arcade game that came out on Friday / comes out on Friday, depending on when this video goes up and, you know, when you are actually viewing it. It's coming out Friday, September 14th. I believe it's going to be 800 or 1200 Microsoft points, but I'm not 100% sure, because sometimes pre-release you're kind of left in the dark on these things. But in any case, this is the sequel to the first Joe Danger game, which came out on Xbox Live Arcade, I believe, like, this December. I have vague recollections of playing it like just after I got back from Korea, which was like December 2011. But this is the sequel, and the developers have hinted that this is possibly the end of like the Joe Danger franchise. So for those of you who are not familiar with the game, maybe this represents a good jumping in point, if that makes sense. Now, for those of you who are 100% unfamiliar with the general concept of Joe Danger, you could basically describe it as kind of like Trials or Trials Evolution meets Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. There's like definitely, there's a lot of trials in it because you're like on a motorcycle for several of the levels and just trying to avoid obstacles and actually survive to the end of the level. But there's also a little bit of like score attacking and a tricking system that comes into it. Now, the general conceit for Joe Danger 2 the movie is that there's all these worlds basically, and the way the worlds are divided up is based on like movie sets basically. So the first one is Joe versus the volcano. It's basically like an Indiana Jones kind of style. Where you're piloting, you know, a minecart, occasionally a motorcycle, skiing, using a jetpack, all that stuff comes into it. Doing pretty much the same stuff here on Dr. Snow, obviously more like a Bond winter type themed level. There's one where you're doing like a crime movie. You don't spend as much time doing the minecart stuff. I'm kind of confused as to why it's on the billboard here. But in any case, we will go check this out now. Let's start with a fairly early level. Let's go with like Joe versus the volcano, ride the roller coaster. So on every level, it's not simply like Trials Evolution in the sense that your only goal is like to survive to the end of the level with as few crashes as possible. What you actually have to do is accomplish these objectives, again, kind of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater style, that you can see right there, kind of in the bottom right. So in the bottom right now, this is going to be a very like easy or very slow run for me, by the way. I'm not going to focus too much on score attacking or anything like that. But you can see down on the bottom, there's like a counter, and that counter is related to the number of these like star pickups that you can pick up. So one of our objectives that will give us 1 star is if we pick up all of these stars available on the actual level. So you can see we missed 1 there at one point. So let's restart there. That was actually pretty bad. And I'll focus this time, and I'll try to pick up all the stars. So if I duck using X, release using X, basically, we're just trying to get around all these objectives. Whereas in Trials Evolution, or games like Trials Evolution, your principal worry is going to be like the way that the course is set up. There's actual like genuine obstacles that we have to deal with here. Like sometimes things get a little bit zanier than they might get in a Trials Evolution. Like you might have like a robot shooting lasers at you or something like that. You might have, shall we say, I don't know, other people competing against you that are going to be a pain in the ass. By the way, there is also another medal to be gotten here if we restart the level again, and that is like the checkered flag medal. That means we finish the level, and I can't remember if that means we finish the level in like X amount of time, or if it just means we finish the level in general, which we can definitely do. And the pro medal is unlocked, as I do some tricks here, for getting all of the medals at once. So let's show off the tricking system a little bit on this level right here. I actually want to restart at the beginning here. No, not from the checkpoint, from the beginning here. So this is a game that it takes a little bit of getting used to if your playstyle comes from like a Trials Evolution standpoint where you're just trying to get to the end of the level, because in this one, you're definitely way more focused on actually like doing tricks as you play. Even if I don't manage to get, oh, that was not good, but I guess we made it work. Even if you're not focused on just getting to the end of, oh god, I didn't think that was gonna happen. It's also a very difficult game, as you might imagine, to comment on while you are playing it, because you're trying to focus, and, you know, there's several things that come at you very quickly that you have to keep in mind. But it also almost has, like, an element, at least on some levels, and to me, at least, like, Bit Trip Runner in some ways. Because basically, I find myself, like, playing levels. By the way, that builds up your boost when you do tricks. You can't make it? Come on. Yeah, you slowly get a feel for the kind of obstacles that are on a level, and eventually you'll just have one perfect run that is going to make it happen. My god, I am getting absolutely fucked here. Let's restart again. Oftentimes you can use just the back button to restart, but that'll just restart you from the most recent checkpoint on this level. So let's finish this. I'm just trying to show off the tricking system and maybe show off points, and how points are actually what gives you like leaderboard position. I should probably stop trying to do like 5 backflips on that right there, but that is the only way I know how to get a lot of points in a minecart. Alright, so we're gonna be totally fine here. Do a little trick at the end. It was not my best score of all time, probably. You can see Hello Games, that's actually the developers, and I added them to my friends list so that I could see how well they did at the game. They have been doing much better than me. Where am I at on the leaderboards here? 54th. I mean, again, this is pre-release, but at least I am better than Stone Built 2. Kind of looks like Stone Butt 2. In fact, it might be. But anyway, main menu. So that's an example of one kind of level in Joe Danger. Let's move on to maybe a more typical level. Escape Team Nasty is sort of typical. And this is a level that will have us, I guess we're still in a minecart. I want to show off on a level where we're on a motorcycle, because that is kind of like typical Joe Dirt fashion. Joe Danger. Have I been saying Joe Dirt for like 2 minutes now? Oh man, it's Dirty. So what we have to do on this level is not die to that barrier that we get right off the bat. We actually have to catch up to this team members here, or escape from these team members here, Team Nasty. But they're team members with each other, obviously, not team members with myself, in case I did not make that clear. But anyway, we're going super slow here. This is not going particularly well for us. But I can do some bitchin' tricks to build up our boost meter. Can do some wheelies, I guess. And, of course, probably a good idea to make sure that I jump over all of these barriers and grenades that they're throwing up. Oh, that was not good. By the way, you probably noticed it's much harder to die. Oh, that was bad. It's much harder to die in Joe Danger than in something like Trials. So we're playing this Go Bananas level now. This turns me into a monkey, and if I collect all the bananas, I earn myself another star. So this is just something you have to do if you absolutely want to get the pro medal on this one. And I think we're missing one. Oh, no, I still managed to get the star for that. So every time you complete a level, you get X number of stars based on the number of objectives that you completed. Hello Games, quite clearly good at their own game, at least better than I am. As you can see, my leaderboard position continues to be pretty goddamn terrible. Anyway, so there's different objectives for different levels. Sometimes you have levels where you are trying to collect as many star pieces as you can, or all the star pieces, as the case might be. Sometimes there's levels where your only objective is to beat the level in a certain amount of time. And then other times there are levels where, you know, you might have to collect like DANGER or something like that. Kind of like the skate in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater again. Let's check out Dr. Snow Survived the Avalanche, because I think one of the strengths of Joe Danger 2 is the amount that it kind of mixes things up. So you're not always in a minecart, you're not always in a motorcycle. Sometimes you are, you know, on skis, sometimes you are in a jetpack. The jetpack levels I don't find particularly strong, but we'll show those off a little bit later. Oh, I forgot that you have, even when you're skiing, you have to hold right trigger as if you have, like, thrust on your skis. Did I? Okay, there, I did die. Okay, so I remember spending a lot of fucking time on this level. Hopefully, I don't suffer from the same problems here, although I'm guessing I will, considering I'm doing it, you know, with commentary at the same time. But hopefully, you know, my muscle memory will just hold or something. Oh, totally missed the N in danger. Oh well, not an enormous deal. I'm sort of confused about what that snowman is supposed to be. But anyway, we're just doing some skiing here. Jumping over the obstacles when they come. I should be doing more tricks, by the way, to build up my boost. That is why, like, my time is typically slower than, like, all the times you will see on the leaderboard. There we go. Get some boost built up. That was a pretty solid trick. There's oftentimes levels... Oh, this is not good. Oftentimes levels you will come across where the only objective is to hold your combo for 100% of the time. I so could have gotten, like, the danger objective for this. Yeah, but the only objective is to hold your combo for, like, 100% of the entire level. Those are the levels that I really like. It's kind of like kudos challenges in Project Gotham Racer or something. So as you can see, I'm pretty much garbage. You were faster than 17% of players. This is actually worse than my best run. Where do I rank on the leaderboards for my best run? 16th! That's actually pretty good. Again, we will go back to the main menu. One kind of pseudo-minor complaint I have about the game is that there are, like, quite frequently lots of loading times that are kind of a pain in the ass. Let's check out Stop the Nuclear Launch. This is a cool fucking level. I really dig this one. The way I kind of think about or conceptualize Joe Danger is that it's almost like, imagine the craziest levels from the downloadable content of Trials Evolution, port those to, like, their own game with its own physics engine, and that is pretty much what you get with Joe Danger. So what we have to do on this level is kind of interesting. We're on this, like, oh, that's not good. We're on this skidoo here, or snowmobile, depending on your, you know, nomenclature of choice. And our goal is to stop all of these missiles from being launched. Remember, this is like the Bond conceit for our level. So the way we do that is just by bopping them on the head like whack-a-mole style. And provided we land on them before time runs out. We can do wheelies here, by the way, to just build our boost quite easily. Provided we land on them before time runs out, we will deactivate them and, you know, save the world. Well, I barely got that one, but it'll do. So we'll come through here. Oh, break. Okay, managed to make it happen. Not the smoothest one I've ever done. Oh, I didn't want that. That is going to slow us down substantially as we get ready for this here. No, you can do it. You cannot do it. Oh, we failed. Okay, let's try it again. I want to start from the beginning. I don't like any of this like restarting at checkpoints nonsense. I always like to restart at the beginning. Again, it comes from, I think, playing Trials Evolution. You're like, okay, I want to be like perfect, or as perfect as I can be anyway on these levels. By the way, you can also see these ghosts going as we play. And you should be able to see the ghosts for the developers as well, again, because they're on your friends list, or on my friends list. However, by the way, that isn't me bragging. It's when they sent the review codes out, they were like, please add us to your friends list, because otherwise, you're not going to really get a feel for how, like, the ghost system in Joe Danger 2 works, considering, you know, presuming many of you will not have many other friends playing this game at the same time. But anyway, there's also ghosts for, like, random players. I think based on whether they're, like, close to you on the leaderboards. This is not going well. Whether they're close to you on the leaderboards or, like, perhaps maybe just, like, the absolute highest scores. Anyway, I don't know the very specifics of it. Suffice it to say, however, I will say that the ghost system does indeed work, even though if sometimes it's a little distracting, like on levels where you're trying to collect a number of projectile, or a number of collectibles. You can do it. That was the 7th one. Excellent. So I get a star for that. But on levels where you're trying to collect a certain number of projectiles, and then you're like, oh, that was not good. All these like blue and green and yellow lights are like flashing in front of your face. That can be sort of annoying sometimes. Anyway, we'll do a trick here. Do some more tricks. We collected all of the blue stars there. I don't know if I've ever actually done that before. I was faster than 84% of players, although still slower than the par time. Let's see how I rank on the leaderboards for that. 36, I can deal with it. Roll Fizzle Beef. You Big McLarge Huge. Mystery Science Theater 3000 reference there for fans of that show. Been a while since I've seen Space Mutiny episode, actually, but it's one of my favorite episodes. And you know what? Before we check out some of the crazier stuff again, well, not crazier stuff, some of the more variety of stuff, I guess I should say. Let's check out this level. I forget what this one's called. Snow Danger. Get it? Joe Danger. Like, all the level names are basically puns. But this one has kind of an interesting star that you can see. It has you sneaking into an enemy base. So one thing that you want to try to do is sneak in unnoticed. So what you want to do is... Oh, that was pretty awful. What you want to do is, like, jump over or duck under these red bars. And if you do that, then you have way less obstacles to face as you move forwards here. Because the guards won't actually know that you're here, which is kind of cool. So yeah, it's not always about forward momentum. Sometimes you actually have to do some backtracking in order to pick up, you know, DANGER levels. Or, you know, activate the banana kind of setups. If that makes any sense at all. Banana bread. So again... Just gonna fly over this stuff, hopefully. And we have basically snuck in without getting hit here, which is good. Even the robots are deactivated. That's the other kind of hallmark of this Joe Danger game, at least. I'm not sure if it was in the last one, because I didn't really spend that much time with it. But there is a lot of, like, kind of environmental stuff that can actually come into the foreground and completely ruin your day. So I activated the alarm, but I think I got almost all the way in without activating it, which is positive. You know, always look on the bright side of life. Oh, barely made it through there, and I'm racing my own ghost now, actually. By the way, those lasers will just kill me in absolutely one hit, so I should be careful about those. Now we have a helicopter chasing us. I fell on my head and broke my neck, Sonny Bono style. Okay, so now this is one of those levels, I think. Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was one of those levels where we started at the very beginning. But what it is one of those levels where after we, like, fail that objective of not getting in without activating the alarms, I guess it just decides, hey, you know, you did your best. Can you make it through here? Sort of. I probably should not have lived through that. Oh, I didn't even notice the spikes there. Restart, please. What I'm trying to say is that, yes, in my first run, I activated the alarm. However, it's deactivated now, which is fine by me. Do a trick, please. By the way, the tricking system, I'm probably mentioning this way late, or way later than I should anyway. But control system on this is pretty much what you might expect from your typical, like, Xbox racing game, basically. You have, like, right trigger is basically gas, left trigger is brake. Yes, even when you are skiing, you do have brakes that you can apply. If you pizza when you're supposed to french fry, you're gonna have a bad time. Apparently, I actually beat Hello Game's score on this one, but that is probably one of their worst scores, I'm guessing, because I'm also not that high on the leaderboards. Not in the top, anyway. And by playing this game, I've realized that most of the other people who have access to Joe Danger 2 already are way better than I am. So I think I've completed, as you can see, about 27% of the game. So after you complete a level, you get stars, but you don't, like, earn them over and over and over. Once you earn a star, that's just it. And the stars kind of work in almost like a Super Mario 64 or a Banjo-Kazooie style, where you'll occasionally come across levels, and the level will be like, you need 5 stars to activate this level. Do you want to pay it? And usually the answer is going to be yes. So there is, if you're like really bad at the early levels, you might find progress difficult. But you'd have to be much worse than I am, which is kind of a tall order, I think. Because basically whenever I need stars, if I like am getting super low, you can see I have 13 right now. Most of the levels usually cost like 1 to 3, so it's not too bad. But I usually just go back to an early level and I'm like, oh, now I have the skills required to like beat the part-time on this or something. But anyway, I just beat the robbers levels. So maybe we'll play one of these. Let's play the record some tricks in 3D, because this is a little bit more of a varied Joe Danger level. I almost said Joe Dirt again. So this is almost like a trick attack level, where in this one, basically all they want us to do is like do the attacks that they ask for. So first they ask for a spin, nailed it. Then they ask for a cowboy. I did a reverse cowboy. Not sure if that's what they wanted. And now they want this. What is this? Superman. Superman, LB, RB, LB. LB, RB, LB. I don't know. Sometimes I find the tricking system a little weird. As you can see, the tricking system is done with like right bumper, left bumper. It works totally fine, but I don't really sweat like what trick I am doing all that much. Instead, I merely focus on doing whatever trick I can do just by mashing the buttons as soon as possible. So, as you can see, that is my high score there, apparently. 11 million. Wow, I did not expect that, actually. I think it's because I beat the part-time. And ended up Bob Servo. Kind of, I mean, Tom Servo is obviously the Mystery Science Theater reference, but we're seeing a lot of MST3K stuff here. I don't know, maybe Joe Danger just naturally appeals to people like that. Let's check out Jetpack to the Future, because I don't think we've really checked out a Jetpack level yet. And then we'll check out some of the new levels that I have not actually seen yet, and then we'll probably call it quits. Although I should mention, you know, there is multiplayer in this, there is a level editor and downloadable levels, which I will show off before we finish, but I haven't had a chance to actually check out the multiplayer, and as far as I know, it is local only. But, you know, it's one of those things where I agree that it's not ideal that it's local only, if it is indeed local only. Keep in mind that I'm saying this just with a hunch right now. We need to actually go check on it and figure it out 100%. However, the multiplayer is similar to Trials Evolution, where, you know, it's like the 4 players doing kind of like the MotoGP stuff on the screen. MotoGP is not the right word here, by the way. What is it? Like you know, like BMX style, if that makes motocross. That's what I'm looking for, like Excite Bike style on the screen. Is that no? We didn't get all of the things, but anyway, yeah, doing an Excite Bike style on the screen, and you get like more points the longer you stay alive. You get more points the longer you, if you come in first place and whatnot. Let's see where my score ranks there. 32nd. That's not so bad. I see only Tony all the time. I think him and I should start playing this game together because we're at like the same skill level. So what I'm gonna look out for here is actually I want to see like where the banana is. So we're just gonna fly like entirely above the level, not even worry about any of the other objectives really, because I just wanna get that banana and then collect all the bananas to earn 1 more star. So there is definitely incentive to like replay the levels and replay them with a different style. You might have noticed that already when I was on like that danger level. Is this the end right here though? It's close. Where the heck is this banana? Could be like down. Oh my god, I didn't realize that was an obstacle. Or like a bad obstacle. Yeah, when I was like looking for danger in some of those levels, like it's oh, there's the banana right there. So let's get this. Go bananas. We got 10 seconds. I missed one early. That's not good. There we go. So we need to get the banana star. But yes, there's incentive to replay the levels. I feel like my commentary continues to get stunted here. Get it? Stunted? But because of the like various things that I'm trying to accomplish at once. But anyway, there's a new star for us, so you can indeed see that there's incentive to go back to the levels and try playing them in a different style to unlock new objectives. I've probably put about an hour and a half, 2 hours into Joe Danger so far, and as you can see, I'm about 28% complete, so you can look forward to, you know, maybe 6 to 8 hours of gameplay here. Let's check out the first level, at least, of Extinction here, which is the new world that I've just unlocked. Looks like we're driving kind of like a 4Runner, an ATV here, and we have to smash all the evil dino eggs. So I don't exactly know how this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. I'm not doing any stunts just yet. I'm just trying to focus on doing what the game is asking. I've already missed some of the blue stars, which is unfortunate. But I can continue doing some tricks. If you want me to do tricks, I can do tricks. I can be your dirty trick whore if you want me to be. Oh, there we go. Now we're smashing the eggs. So usually there's like one pretty easy, I would hesitate to call it a main objective, but a pretty easy, like obvious objective. That was terrible. That you'll run across. That will, is this the start or is this a checkpoint? I think that was a checkpoint. But yeah, a pretty easy kind of like obvious objective that you will come across. Like smash the dino eggs or like disable the missiles, which will allow you to get like 1 star even if you totally suck dick at a level. Hopefully that made some sense there. Smash the dino egg! Smash the dino egg! I can't smash the dino egg. I don't have enough force. Let's try it again. I'm gonna guess that I'm probably not gonna break the par time here. There we go. Dino egg smashed. Yes, I understand if I get hit, I should just hit the back button and restart at the checkpoint. Here. So we can adjust our position mid-air with right trigger and left trigger here, which is how I'm moving back and forth in the air so easily. I thought that was the end, actually, and I was like, what? Okay, so don't land on the spikes. Oh, you landed on the spikes, you fool! What were you thinking? There we go. Let's just kind of wheelie over that. Oh, there's bananas. I should go for those, actually. Okay, so let's try to get these bananas. Maybe I can get 2 stars in 1 run. And now I become a monkey on a tricycle. Oh, he's so cute. You know what would be cuter? Let's be honest here. Monkey on a unicycle. Where's my next banana? You gotta get him. Yeah! Okay, barely made it happen, but made it happen. So that'll give us 2 stars on this level, provided I can smash this last dino egg here. Required my face to do it, but I made it happen. So that is a pretty good example of, I think, the general gameplay in Joe Danger 2. I'm probably gonna stop doing like levels in the game right now. Super low, almost 69. What can I say? Jurassic Park is gonna be our next level. But we're gonna scout. I hit retrab by accident. Let's go back to the main menu, and I will show you the multiplayer mode as well as the level editor. Well, I'm not gonna show you the level editor because I have no idea how to create levels in any game ever. But I will show you the fact that the level editor exists. Here it is in multiplayer mode, right? Or not, sorry, not multiplayer mode. We can't do multiplayer, by the way. As you can see, it's asking for like other people to press A to join. So I believe it is multiplayer, local multiplayer only. Movie Maker is where we can see. This is the level editor over here in our tutorial section, and this is where we can download new levels. So let's download like a developer's pick and see how long it takes. Why don't we get this one, Train Kane from Hello Games, and we'll save it here, and we'll see how long it takes. Doesn't look like it's going to take too long, which is good. That was one of the strengths of Trials Evolution, of course, was that the levels took like 2 seconds to download. Yeah, that was really quick, actually. So let's try it out. We're on a bicycle here. Kind of feel like we're playing Happy Wheels again. Oh, one of the objectives is to 100% your combo here and pick up the jigsaw pieces. Okay, now it's like super Banjo-Kazooie style. But anyway, we also have to pick up these... Oh, switch tracks. We also have to pick up these clocks, otherwise we run out of time. Okay, so let's restart here. We know what we need to do now. Pick up the clocks. Get the jigsaw piece. Elliot. Land on this thing right in the middle. Should give you unlimited boost. I didn't get 100% combo, but that's okay. So we can switch tracks here. I didn't even see what's going on. We've at least made it further. You can do it. Oh, you can't do it. All right, time to try again. See if we can beat this level. Okay, so pick up this clock. Don't fuck up the jigsaw so much. There we go. That seems way, way smoother than last time. Get the unlimited boost. Jump over. Get the clocks. Excellent. So far, so good. I think, anyway. Oh, we're not going to be able to get that one, though. But it's okay. I need to use my jump a little bit more often. Let's try this again. This is a well-designed level. I like it. Okay, get it. Get the clocks. Get the jigsaws. We're good. Land in the center. Unlimited boost. Oh, fucked it up a little bit. But we should still possibly be okay here. Jump over where you see the arrows. Oh, I didn't hold my jumping down again. God, okay, here we go. You gotta be like basically perfect on this run, I guess. That was not basically perfect. Don't jump over the clock, you fool. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. There we go. That should be good. Missed the jigsaw piece. I want to restart because I want that jigsaw piece. It means a lot to me. That was not good. You can also use your boost to kind of modify your position in the air, which can be useful, as you might expect. Fuck it, we're leaving the jigsaw piece. We have unlimited boost here. We're gonna use that to our advantage. Jump over this stuff. Oh. Yes, Golden Claw gives us an extra 5. No! The Angry Birds! What are they doing down there? And I do not have unlimited boost here, because I'm an idiot. Let's try this again. Actually, with this level, I'm having a lot more fun. I kind of enjoy the levels in this game that are more Trials Evolution-y. I mean, that might not be totally fair to say. But, oh, switch again. We're gonna be fine. I enjoy the levels that are just, like, crazy obstacles. Try to get yourself to the exit. Like, that is more... Oh, god damn it. Definitely more my style of gameplay than, like, the weird, like, collect collectibles stuff that they do, like with the stars and the bananas and stuff like that. But I appreciate it. I think it's admirable that they're trying to add like a little bit more of a, I'm not necessarily going to say like a platformy type element to the game, but a little bit more depth than just, you know, doing the same thing over and over. However, I kind of wish they would just do the same thing over and over. Yep, I wish I could hurry up there. Unfortunately, I think I'm constitutionally incapable of clearing that last obstacle. That worked better. Alright, we're going way faster this time. Jump over at the arrows. Oh, come on. I couldn't even see because of the boxes obscuring it. We're definitely going to get this one. Now is the hard part. Yep. Impossible part, more like. I guess you choose to go for the golden one, then it's going to be very difficult for you to just continue moving on here. Anyway. I want to beat this level. That's like my goal for this video now, is beat this level. So we'll get this. Come down, maybe back up a little bit. Ah, we made it happen. Okay. We switched there at like the last possible second. Well, we made it. Awesome. I'm ranked #1 locally, which makes sense. I'm faster than 100% of simulated players. Awesome. Does that mean I'm the only person who has played this level? Or maybe they don't have leaderboards for online tracks. That would be weird. Anyway, I don't want to retry, actually. Let's exit out here. One last thing that I'm going to show off before I finish our Let's Look At of Joe Danger 2 here is that there is like a deleted scenes section, which is basically just harder levels. So Cupcake Cup, this is almost fucking impossible for me, but this is to show you that, you know, if you think Joe Danger 2 looks too fucking easy, well, you are probably going to be surprised by these insane levels, which, you know, require you to balance yourself on a unicycle here, going through loops and collecting every single one of the coins. I forget how, oh my god. I forget how many there are, by the way. But let's see if we can just get, I haven't gotten very far in this at all. As you might expect, because it looks, you know, as difficult as it looks, it's even harder to play it, I promise you. So we're going actually fairly strong here. We're kind of closing in on a halfway point. There we go. Still going okay. Just don't fall off now. Oh my god, I might actually complete this level. The first time I did this, or the first like several times. Oh, come on! The first several times I tried this, I only got to like 10 before I fell off the unicycle. The trick with the unicycle is that like less is more. We don't want to have to move around too much. I'd rather just keep myself as balanced as possible. So in terms of like my overall impressions on this game, it's kind of difficult to say because it's coming out, you know, in the same year as Trials Evolution. I'm just going to come out and say that I think Trials Evolution is more fun than Joe Danger, but if for whatever reason you're sick of that game, Joe Danger I think offers a nice alternative. This is a little bit more, I don't necessarily want to say kid-friendly, but it's a little bit less like extreme than Trials Evolution, and it offers some more kind of like zany and absurd variety as well. So I don't think this is a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. I think it suffers a little bit from coming out in the same year as Trials Evolution, which is kind of like, for me, like the perfection of the formula that this is at least inspired by. Oh, we can do it. However, that being said, I've had plenty of fun with Joe Danger. I think this is a good game. And if you take it exempt from that comparison, I think that you will find that there's a lot to like here. Did I seriously? Oh my god, that was the end! Let's just try this one more time. So yeah, overall, I'm not sure if most people are going to get $15 worth of entertainment or $10 worth of entertainment out of this. However, that being said, I've had a lot of fun with it. So, you know, take from that what you will. I'm not going to assign necessarily a number value to this. Suffice it to say that I've enjoyed myself with Joe Danger. And I'm looking forward to, hopefully at some point in the near future, getting a chance to actually check out the local multiplayer to see if that stacks up to be as zany as it could possibly be. I wish there was a little bit more online connectivity. That's a common concern for me, or common complaint for me for Xbox Live Arcade indie games these days, though. But anyway, let's just focus on not like the meta of the game, whether or not it's good or not. Let's focus on trying to beat this goddamn level, because that's what really makes the game as fun as it could possibly be. So we're still going strong here, again, nearing the halfway. Wow, why would I do that? One last try. This is take 12. If I succeed here, I'll bring back the DayZ Let's Play. Don't hold me to that, please. Okay, so we're gonna come through here. 13 out of 44, just focusing intently here. As bad as I probably look at this game, I'm actually not, like, super terrible. The problem is I'm trying to focus on getting all of these damn things, keeping balanced, while providing commentary at the same time. And it's going alright right now. Don't lose it now. It's almost over. Yeah! And we made it to the exit. I kind of didn't expect that to happen, but that is awesome. Do we stack up on the leaderboards here? Where are we at? 45th. So again, there's Jet Enduro. We see that guy all the time. Apparently, I am not as awesome as I thought I was. But anyway, that's my look at of Joe Danger 2 the movie. Definitely, you know, thumbs up. What you see is what you get with Joe Danger. There's lots of crazy shit going on here, and it's a little bit more of a zany take on maybe guy plus bike or vehicle, motorcycle, lawn tractor, if you're thinking of Happy Wheels. Guy plus vehicle, crazy antics, basically. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.